Hey everyone, so this is your math mini lesson for November 2nd, 2020. Today we're going to be comparing and ordering integers. So this is kind of our last hurrah with integers. Today I'll be going through the lesson here in the video. Right below you will have a Google slide to type into. So as we're going, when it asks you for a question, I'll ask you to pause the video and type your answer in on the notes page. They don't have to be exact correct answers. They shouldn't be exactly like mine because they should be your own ideas. This will be graded more for completing the entire set of notes. So here we go. All right, so real world link. Fairbanks, Alaska is located on the interior of Alaska. The average temperature for several months is shown on the thermometer over here. So here's your thermometer. We have the average temperature for November, February, and January. It says the average temperature for December is negative 6.5 degrees or negative 6.5 degrees Fahrenheit. And the average temperature for March is 11 degrees Fahrenheit. Label December and March on the thermometer. So go ahead, stop the video, and I would like you to label your thermometer with December and March's temperatures. Go ahead and pause the video, and we'll check it in just a second. All right, so your thermometer should now look something like this. So we've got March here at 11 degrees, and we have December pointing at negative 6.5 degrees. So just like with the horizontal number line, we have a 0, which is right here, with positive integers on one side and negative integers on the other. In this case, the positive or greater numbers travel up. So you can see here's 10 and here's 100. They're moving up going this way, and negative or lesser numbers travel down. So these would be our negative numbers or numbers less than 0. All right. So for number 2, it says, which months have a greater temperature than February? Go ahead and try that out, and we'll check it here in just a second. So which months have a greater average temperature than February? Just reading and ordering your temperatures. All right. Hopefully you got that. November and March are going to have less temperatures. November and March have greater temperatures, than February. So November will be 3 degrees, which is 3 is greater than negative 4, and March, 11 is also greater than negative 4. So those would be your temperatures that are greater. Everything else would be less than. The next question is, which months would have a lower average temperature than November? So go ahead and write your answer, type your answer in the text box over here, and we will check that in just a moment. All right, so January, February, and December all have a lower average temperature than November. So January's, we have negative 10 degrees is, of course, less than 3. Negative 4 degrees for February is also less than the 3 for November because it's further down on the thermometer. And December is negative 6.5 degrees, and it is less than the 3 degrees. It is lower on our number line, which is our thermometer. All right, last but not least, it says complete the inequality. Compare the temperatures of November and February. So we've got our November and February data. Go ahead and complete an inequality that compares those two temperatures. Go ahead and type it in, and then I will show you the answer here in just a second. All right. 3 is greater than negative 4, so that would be our inequality. Negative 4 is further down on the thermometer than 3, which is the measure for November. Therefore, it is lesser. It's a smaller number. All right. So here we go with a little bit more independent practice. So first thing I want you to do today on your own, I want you to compare these integers. So I want you to order the set of numbers that I give you there by graphing them on the number line below. So we have negative 9, 6, negative 3, and 0. So go ahead and graph that set of numbers on the number line by adding dots on your slide. All right, now that you add those dots, let's check and see if yours looks like mine. So here's our set. We have the numbers 9, -3, 0, and 6. Of course, here is our order from least to greatest here. -9, -3, 0, and 6. And of course, -9 would be our least because it is the furthest to the left, then -3, then 0, then 6 furthest to the right. It would be the largest of those. This says compare the two negative numbers using an inequality. So I'd like you to, on the line there, use a text box and type in an inequality, the inequality that compares the two negative numbers that you just graphed on your number line. Go ahead and give that a try, and then we'll check it here in just a second. All right. So hopefully you pause the video and you write your numbers in. Here we go. Our number should be -9, of course, is less than -6. Actually, I should say -3. So -9 is less though than -3. Then compare the positive number and 0 using an inequality. Go ahead and give that one a try. Type your answer in, and we'll check it out. All right, so 0, of course, is less than 6. 0 is here right in the middle of the number line, but 6 is to our right. So since 0 is left of 6, it will be less than 6. All right, here we go. Here is your last question for today before we get started with some guided practice and then on into some IXLs and things to check on what you know for the week. So it says comparing integers. Andrew and his father are scuba diving at -38 feet, and Tackle Box Canyon has an elevation of -83 feet. Write an inequality to compare the depths. Then give a written explanation of the inequality. So go ahead and give that a try. Use a text box. Type your answer here on your slide that looks like this one, and then we will check it together here in just a moment. Keep in mind, don't just copy my answer down. If you have the exact answer down, I will mark it wrong. All right, so here we go. Our example. I have -83 feet is less than -38 feet. Or I could say that -83 feet is deeper than -38 feet. This is because it is further left on a number line, which would correspond with being further down in the water, or a less than, since 0 would be sea level. And there you go. So -83 feet is going to be further down or less than 38 feet because 0 is your sea level. So if we were thinking of that as a number line, this way would be 83 feet, -83 feet. Closer to the right would be -38 feet. And then, of course, in the center of the number line, right between left and right, would be our 0. All right. That's what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. For today, I've got a couple of problems for you to try out before you hop into IXL. And then you've got some IXLs to work on today to practice what we've learned with comparing and ordering numbers. So good luck on those. Please stop if you start having problems on the IXLs. Make sure you're reading the messages you get if you get a question wrong, and if you still need some help, make sure you're talking to your teacher before you get too far behind in your SMART score day. All right, good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.